Hey guys, so welcome to this new video. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can go about your draw tools. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you simple tools like the line, the spline, the arcs, the circles, all those tools. So I'll just show you just in case you have no idea how to use them. Okay, so if you're a newbie in AutoCAD, just stay tuned and let's go. Alright, so we'll start with this tool, the create line tool. Okay, so there are several tools. Now what you want to know about AutoCAD is that AutoCAD contains several tools, most of which you may never use, okay, because they are not designed for just a specific sector. They're designed for several different purposes, okay. So depending on what you're doing, you may never use them. So I just want to show you some of the major ones I can show you. Obviously I can't show you everything. So with this line tool, it allows you to draw lines, okay, simple lines like from a point to another point to another point to another point to another point, okay. So that's what the line tool does. It allows you to create points. Now you can create them and join them however you like. Okay, so what you can also do is in a case like this, you can simply select the line tool, draw a polygon. So for instance, as someone who is working on his cadastral survey, you imported your points, you can join the points like this. Right click and then click on close to join up the points for you. Okay, so this is how to use the line tool. If you are already familiar with some of these tools, you can jump over to the next video. Otherwise, you can feel free and join us as we interact. Now, there are quite a lot of simple tools. This is just a polygon tool. Okay, mostly for rectangles or squares. You just use it. You can give it dimensions. Okay, so when you take it, they can ask you to specify the first point, then specify the other corner. So if you can specify the first point and specify the opposite corner, then you'll be able to draw the line for you. All right. So there are some few others. Actually, there are more. Let's show you. Now this one, it allows you to be able to draw curves between two lines. Okay, so most of them function in the same manner. So let's take this one for instance. So before that, we will need two lines, a line here, and we will need another line, let's say here. Okay, so if I go and I select this tool, it will ask me to select the first one, the first tangent. When I do that, ask me to select the second tangent. Now take note of what's happening here. It gives you commands on what to do in case you are not sure of what to do. Okay, so it asks you, how do you want to join them? I'm going to choose radius. So I'm going to give it a radius, and to follow that radius to give me a curve or an arc. Okay, so you can choose to give it any of these other parameters, but I'll go with the radius. So I'll just choose the radius and I'll give it, let's say 10. Okay, 10 units, and then to join the line for me. You can see this is the start of the radius. So yeah, so that's how it works. It's quite simple. The other ones work in a similar way. Okay, so let's see. Delete this one, escape. Let's see. This other one works in the same way, except it's going to, instead of bending the curve or bending two lines, it's going to draw the curve on top of them. Okay, so if this line was extended, let's see. So if this line was, let's say it was extended a little this way, it's too much, I think, like this. All right, then I use the same tool again. Then I select my second point. Oh, what did I do? First tangent, second tangent, radius, and I give it, say 12 or this time 15. Okay, so instead of bending these two lines, it's going to forcefully curve. Okay, so you still have your tangents or your straight lines, but then you have your curve. Okay, so this is your point of tangency here. All right, so there are so many tools. Now this hatch allows you to, so if you had a polygon, let's say if you had a polygon like this and you use the hatch, you can actually overlay a background on it. Okay, so if I click inside it, you see that I can be able to overlay. You can choose the nature of the overlay, or you can choose the color of the overlay, depending on what you want. Yeah, I'm sure as time goes on, you will get to see how these tools are being implemented. All right, some few others I would like to show you. Now this one, obviously, it can allow you to draw. So when you want to select a point, you can, first of all, if you hover over it for some time, they will easily show you how it is being used. Okay, so they'll tell you that you specify a point at x1. Okay, so you specify a point at x1, and then you specify its radius. Then they will draw the line for you. So now in this case, I've specified my center. Then they're asking me to specify the end point of my axis. So any direction I choose, they'll be able to inscribe this circle for me. Okay, then you can choose to leave it as it is. All right. If I choose the same thing, so if the same tool can be used to draw a circle or an ellipse, depending on what you want, your parameters usually decide that. Okay, all right. What else? There are a lot of drawing tools. Now let me show you the spline. Okay, the spline. Let's use this one. Oh, this one. Any of them will work. The spline also works in a similar way, like the curve. All right. So what happens is it allows you to be able to draw lines or curves between points. Okay, so these lines are usually not straight lines like the curves would, like the lines will give you. The line tool will give you straight lines, but the spline tool will give you lines that are circular. All right, and usually these lines they form a polygon. Okay, so as you can see, when I click on one side of it, it forms a polygon. Unlike the line tool, if I click on one side of it, so if I form, let's say, a simple polygon with this line tool, let me close it, and I click on one side of it, it's not going to select all of it. It's just going to see the line. It's going to see the line as parts. It's going to see the polygon as parts, okay, instead of seeing it as a whole. Now, apart from the spline, there's another one called polyline. Now, polyline. This polyline works in a similar way. Okay, so it works in a similar way as the spline, except that it gives you lines in straight line. It gives you polygons in straight lines. All right. So at the end of the day, right, when I close it and I click on any part of it, it's going to select it all, just like this guy does. All right. Okay. So that's the difference between the polyline, the line, and the spline. All right. So I would like to end this video here. In the upcoming videos, we will go into more of these tools. We'll probably look at the modify tools and how to go about them. All right. So stay tuned and remember to subscribe to the channel. Bye.